Welcome to my channel and another day of eating for me. I am going to start with the almond milk. It is my first healthy extra A of the day, 400 mLs unsweetened, and on Weight Watchers that would be 1 point. I'm having some fresh strawberries, which are speed food on Slimming World and 0 points on Weight Watchers. Back here I have a flask of water because I am constantly trying to get 64 ounces in at least a day of that. And I also have some fat-free cottage cheese, which is a free protein on Slimming World plan, and on Weight Watchers 0 points. I have sweetened this up a bit with some of this Swerve Confectioner's sugar replacement. So, sin-free breakfast full of speed and protein for me today after a really bad weekend of eating off plan. Here's my lunch for today. My apologies that my salad looks a little upside down. That's because it was packed to go from yesterday and I never ate it, so I had to kind of like reinvent it and spruce it up a bit. Anyway, in here I have lots of speed in the way of mixed greens, arugula. I have green beans. I have this really nice beet and leek salad, which is also speed. I have some of these pink onions that I've made and I need to replenish that for sure. I have also some medallion onion in there and a handful of grapes, which on Slimming World, grapes is a free food. And what else do I have here? And so far as Weight Watchers goes, everything in the salad is 0 points. And then I have added in about 4 ounces of roasted chicken breast, and that would be a free protein on Slimming World and 0 points as well on Weight Watchers. I also have a serving of this fat-free feta cheese, which is 1 ounce worth, and that is 35 calories, and on Weight Watchers is 0 points, and in Slimming World we have that as part of the Healthy Extra A. What else do we have? Some potatoes. This is a combo of russet and sweet Japanese potatoes that I roasted off in the air fryer with seasonings. That would be 4 to 5 points on Weight Watchers, and potatoes on Slimming World plan are a free food. In terms of dressing, I have put 3 cents worth of extra virgin olive oil, and on Weight Watchers that would be 2 points worth. And I also added in some Asian skinny girl dressing, which is 2 tablespoons for 5 calories, and I wouldn't track that on either plan personally. I think on Weight Watchers it would be 0 anyway. So this is my salad for today, and I'm going to go enjoy it now. It's about 4 o'clock now, and I'm a little bit hungry, so I've decided that I'm going to have a pear. Pears are a speed food on Slimming World plan and 0 Weight Watchers points on Weight Watchers plan. For dinner tonight, I decided to make myself a chicken quesadilla. I used this nacho cheese sauce as the other part of my second healthy extra A for the day. It's 45 calories for a quarter cup, and you could also count it as 2 cents if you wanted to. And I have a combination of cauliflower rice with white rice that I made and some broccoli. I just put some seasoning on it. It's plain. And in the quesadilla, I have also some chicken breast. And then over top, I put some salsa and just a dollop of plain non-fat Greek yogurt with some ranch seasoning over top of that. So in terms of Slimming World, the cauliflower rice and broccoli are speed. The rice is a free food. The chicken is a free and protein food. So is the yogurt, and the salsa is a speed food as well. And I've already discussed the cheese sauce that I used. In terms of Weight Watchers, if you're on Weight Watchers, 4 points for the rice, and then we have for the low carb wrap, which I failed to mention, my apologies. The low carb wrap is my healthy extra B for the day. And on Weight Watchers, that's 1 point, and the Mexicali cheese is 1 point. So if you're weight watching, this meal would be 6 points. And as I said, I just threw it together quick, and I'm going to go enjoy it now. Well, hello there, YouTube family. I hope you are all doing well out there. And I am here to let you know how my day of eating went yesterday. Actually, I think it went very well. I really needed to have a good day of eating after a disastrous eating weekend. And I'm just going to leave it right there and focus on the positive. I have just decided that I need to regroup myself, as I already mentioned, and stick with it. The only way I'm going to do this is if I do it. You know, I attended Roy's meeting yesterday through his Recipes with Roy, which was very good, by the way, as always. And he was discussing motivation. And I'm sure that this happens to you. I know you've heard me say this. I don't know where my mojo went. I'm not feeling motivated. I have diet fatigue. These are common things that we say at different points in our journey, if we've been on a journey long enough. And it's very commonplace. So what comes first, chicken or the egg? Do we get motivated first, or do we decide to make a change first? What do you think? As per everything that Roy put forth in his discussion last night, we don't start out by being motivated. We actually start out by pretty much, these are my words now, making a decision based on a goal that we might have decided that we want to try and achieve. Think about this. When you were deciding your career in life, it took work, right? For the most part, if you want anything in life, it's going to take work. You have to do the work to get it. So be it that you decide a career where you have to put time in order to go up the steps of the ladder to get to where you want to go, or sometimes you need to have a special education in order to do even the beginning parts of that, such as if you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, and many other things, even in trades. If you want to be an electrician, a plumber, like that, you have to obviously do the steps, which include education to get there, right? Work. It's all about work. So setting your goal, and now you have to do the work to get there. It's really not very different, to me anyway, when we want to get healthy. If we're not feeling healthy, however we got there, we all have different reasons for how we got to be unhealthy. So how do we do that exactly? Good question, right? I've been asking myself that question a lot lately. Actually, probably over the last year, many, many times, because I felt very unmotivated and lost pretty much over this last year since I went out of my maintenance and began to gain weight again. So how do we do this? We go back to our why, I think anyway. And this was a discussion that we had in our Weight Watchers group meeting 2 weeks ago. Not just about your why. You ask the question, well, what is my why? My why is I want to be healthy. Well, why do you want to be healthy? I want to be healthy because I don't want it to be a burden on anyone. Well, why wouldn't you want to be a burden? Because my children have their own lives, and my husband is not in a position himself to even give me the kind of care I might need simply because I didn't take care of myself. Well, why? Why? Why is because I just want to be able to, my real why is if something happens, it will happen, but I want to, in good conscience, not have to tell myself there was something more I could have done that I didn't do that put me in this position right now, which has now become a burden for my family. That's my why. I'm sure you've heard me say this many times if you watch me long enough. Well, why have I forgotten about my why? Because I guess, these things can happen. You need to sometimes just remind yourself of that why. And maybe that's why some people journal, because they stay focused if they journal and they go back to their goals. You have a long-term goal that you want to lose 100 pounds, but now how am I going to get from here to there? I'm just starting my journey to lose this 100 pounds. Well, you start with your goals for the week. I'm going to prep my food. I'm going to do my proper food shopping to buy the foods I need to prep my food. Then I'm going to maybe make a list of things regarding what I might eat for the week. Some people do that, some people don't. Some people are more, I'm going to wing it, but in order to wing it and succeed, I have to have certain things in place that I can just grab and go to be able to accomplish this goal, let's say. And then I'm going to see what my scale says next week. For this week, I'm just going to do A, B, and C. And yes, my long-term goal is this 100-pound weight loss. If we focused on the 100-pound weight loss today, it would kind of be, to me, a little bit hard if that's all we thought about. There's a lot more that goes into this than the long-term goal, right? Think about that. Same difference when you want to have a career and you have to go to school for many years. What are we going to worry about today? We're going to worry about getting to class, doing the work, taking the notes, reading what we need to read, writing the papers we need to write, doing the research, whatever, what have you, whatever it takes to get to through the first semester, maybe even first couple of weeks to the first test, right? You have midterms, you have end terms, so you have to break things into parts. Same difference when we have a weight loss journey or a journey. I prefer to call it a journey to health, because to me, weight loss is only part of it. That's a goal, to lose the weight to get to the health. But the bigger picture to me is of having better overall health. And I think looking at it that way for me is what brings me to where I am right now, sitting in this chair talking to you. My point right now is to do the Slimming World plan. My motivation will come once I really do my due diligence, for this next week ahead of me, to get back on that scale and see where I'm at, maybe in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I will weigh in at Weight Watchers on Friday and go to my meeting, but I'm not going to even focus on what Friday says because of my disastrous weekend. I don't think it's realistic of me to expect a lot of progress. I'll be happy to come out with a maintain or a 1 pound gain because I'm not going to put pressure on myself like that. I personally don't think that's a good idea for me. But by the following weigh-in, I would like to see myself having some progress in the right direction. But more importantly, I want to see myself follow this plan. I want to see myself do all the things that are necessary for me to follow this plan properly, the Slimming World plan. And that is my goal for the next 2 weeks. My goal for this week, as I said, let me get through this week. If I can accomplish that without night eating, I'm golden. I'll have had a good start. So, motivation will come after I get on that scale and I see how I'm doing. Right now, what's motivating me is feeling better, already having eaten one good day of eating. So, again, you have to break things down in a way that will keep you focused and on task. A small, you may have to make very tiny goals in the beginning, or maybe at a certain period in your life, such as for me, I'm not in the beginning. I have been through this many times. So for me, I know that what I have to do in order for me to become motivated again. It's not going to be going to a gym, I can tell you that, because I'm not a gym person. I can't do most of the things that they offer in the gym because of my physical problems. But movement, I've been doing well with, actually. I'm really pretty surprised at that. Even yesterday, I had almost 5,000 steps, and I really felt like I didn't do anything yesterday. So I think I've already accomplished that with the better weather coming in. I think you feel better, and you just start moving, maybe without even realizing it, if you can. So, so motivation for me is going to come from the things that I've just told you about. It motivates me to be prepared, to have done a little food prep. Even if it was just rice, cauliflower rice, and broccoli, and potatoes. It's a little bit of food prep, a little tiny bit of planning, having the right foods in the house, all of that good stuff. So that's really, I think, what's going to carry me through. So we'll see how it goes. The other thing that I find to be very important, looking back over the last 2 years, is that I am very much on plan when I am making videos every day, or just about every day. And I've stopped doing that for many reasons, mostly for feeling overwhelmed, starting a new job, spring cleaning, all these things. But you know what? When something means you're taking care of yourself, when you're trying to do something to take care of yourself, it's easy to lose focus about taking care of ourselves, right? Well, for me, making these videos is part of taking care of myself. So I'm kind of going backwards if I stop doing that altogether, which, again, as of late, I've really cut back extremely. So my commitment to myself today, and I'm telling you in this video, because when I tell you things in my video, I tend to hold myself to task a lot better. And what you think of me is very important. The fact that you're there for me and support me is very important. So if I don't make videos, many of you, that's the only way I get to communicate with you. Many of you are not in our Facebook group or in our weekly chats. So people that have been with me from the beginning, there are several that are not, for whatever the reason, they're not in the Facebook group. So I don't get the feedback. And it's not the same if I post pictures on Instagram or in the Facebook group. Some people, it is enough for them to do that. I find doing these videos, for whatever the reason, to be the most helpful for me. So I'm making that recommitment to myself. They're going to be short and sweet. I'm already talking to you for almost 11 minutes right now. We're not going to have that every single video. You don't need to hear me every single video. But my hope is to at least give you maybe 3 to 5 minute videos of what I ate today, with the least amount of information possible that I can put, to make it quick and fast and doesn't need a lot of editing. But in the meantime, I'm still holding myself to task, and I have your support coming back at me when you watch the videos and you comment. So that's all I'm going to say about this for today. Other than I need to thank you all very much for having watched my video, as I always do, and I just can't say it enough. I want to wish you and your family many blessings, many, many blessings. And I also want to send you lots of hugs. And I'm going to let you know now. I'm going to hope to see you very soon in the next video. And please let me know how you're doing, because how you're doing also helps me, because we're in this together, guys. We are in this together. So bye for now. And I'm going to see you again real soon. Stay well, my friends.